So you're actually starting the process when you actually write like, I want to become better at realizing my dreams, right? So that's one way to do it. I have this one, says, I am well, great, flourishing, and getting everything that I want out of life. I am blessed, I am grateful, I am also lucky to attract all of them. And so steps to manifesting, steps to success, steps to manifesting your dreams, 10 steps, right? So the first one is, you have to hate the situation you're currently in. You have to hate your current situation. Second one is, you need to have extreme hurt. You need to be hurt. You need to feel extreme discomfort to be able to change. We're more motivated by pain than pleasure. We're motivated by two things, pleasure and pain. But what's interesting is we're more motivated by pain. Success is just a decision away. That's the good part. That's just one decision away. It's right there. I wrote it down. I wrote this down earlier today. I was watching this video and I was feeling inspired, and I'm like, I'm gonna go find a pen. I ran downstairs, couldn't find a pen, and I was able to find this one. It was just laying under my desk. It doesn't write the best, it doesn't flow very well, but it comes out anyway. But it says the best part is, success is, so right here, it's just a decision away. So it doesn't matter what your previous attempts are. It doesn't matter what your previous outcomes are. You just want a decision away from changing everything, turning everything around. And then very important, while you becoming successful is you have to define what you want. You have to create your ideal scene. Like, it has to be like a movie. It's like when you narrate your favorite movie, you have to know exactly what it is. Which, when I speak to people and they come to me and they ask me, "Hey, Ugo, how do I get started?" It's like the challenge for them, because no one really thinks about it. They don't necessarily think about it. So you have to define exactly what you want, and not just vague. It has to be in details. And better off writing it down, because when you write, you have to think when you write. So that's that. The next one is, define your dream, expand your dream. Now you must write it down. I just mentioned that. You must write it down. It's a must. You must write it down. It's better to write it down, not even type in. Write it down. And then you must write down specifically what you want before you can start, building this dream of yours, like dream building. You have to keep dreaming. Very important, you see yourself in possession of what you want to attain, and feel now as if you were already actually in possession of that thing. So you see yourself in possession of what you want to attain, and feel now, like right now, right in this moment, feel as if you already are in possession of that thing. You get me? And then the next step is, now you gotta take that dream and put it into action. It has to be an action plan, right? So it has to be measurable. So you want to break that dream to have a chief aim target. Say you want to go 6 to 12 months to achieve this thing that you're doing, or give yourself like a deadline to meet up. Uh, that way, it's going from a dream and this idea that you have to, okay, now let's put in the work. You know, uh, 6 to 12 months. That way, you know exactly what action steps to take, what actionable steps you can take. Every day you have to look at your dream. Every day you have to look at your dream. Let me underline that. Every day you have to look at your dream. The moment you get up, you have to look at it. Your chief aim, your objective, and the action steps. You have to look at those three things. So what's your chief aim? What are you aiming for? What do you want? And then what is your objective? What is the mission? And then what are the action steps? So you need those three things. A lot of times this is why people don't get what they want, even after defining what they want, is because they don't follow these three things. Chart, measure your progress. It has to be measurable. In 2 months, I want to cut down. I want to do this. I want to write a page. I want to read a book. I want to clean up. It has to be measurable so we can see how much progress you've made. Success is a journey, not a destination. The journey is the reward, not the destination. Say that one more time. It says, success is a journey, not a destination. The journey is the reward and not the destination. And then have a specific dream. Let it be specific. Make it very clear. And it has to be measurable. You need to be able to chart it and graph your results. It has to be measurable. You need to be able to chart it and graph it. Say for instance, if you're doing, say, money or something, and you're watching how your money is growing and it spikes like this, and it comes down a little bit and it goes right here, and it plateaus a little bit, and just like that. So, well, if you're not sure of what you're doing, you might think, oh, well, it's growing over here and that's great, but from here to here, it's not much of a gap. It's not that much of a difference. If I was to like draw a straight line connecting, maybe I'll do dotted lines connecting to this. It's not that much of a difference, So now the question would be, how do I get here, that plateaued? How do I get it to get even more steep? How do I get it to shoot up so that way I can see how much progress, significant progress I've made over time? And now we're talking. So it has to be measurable. Your dream has to be your dream. It has to be yours. It has to be something that you're doing genuinely for yourself. And it's something that you want, not because of somebody else's wants it or somebody else tells you about it. It has to be your own dream. It has to be what you want, not what somebody external wants for you, not what your best friend wants for you, not what maybe your parents or your mentor wants for you. It has to be genuinely what you want for yourself, and that's why it takes time to figure out what exactly you want, because you have to think about this. You have to know what you want. And then it's got to be written down. I feel like I've emphasized that multiple times. You have to write it down. It has to be written down. It has to be written down. You have to write it. There's something about writing that triggers you and triggers, the brain and everything, and it gets to action. It's like you're putting this idea you have when you close your eyes into this physical world that we live in. So you're actually starting the process when you actually write, like, I want to become better at realizing my dreams, right? So that's one way to do it. Once you write it, you see it. You have to think about it. You have to write it. You have to, it's part of the process of speaking it into existence. It's part of the process of manifesting it. So you have to write down what you want. And it has to be yours. It has to be exactly what you want, not what somebody else's wants for you or what you think is trending. It has to be genuinely yours. It has to come from the inside. And then don't confuse activity with accomplishment. Don't make yourself so busy that you think you're accomplishing things. There's a difference between activity and accomplishment. And then there's no good energy or bad energy. It's just energy. What I get from this part is it's just how you interpret it. There's no good or bad energy. It's just energy. So your job is to channel it in a way that favors you, in a way that when you interpret it, it's actually beneficial for you. It's just how you see things. Be thankful. Always want to be thankful, but at the same time, you still, you don't like the situation you're in. So a way I would say it is, I'm really thankful, but I hate this situation I'm in. I'm thankful, but I don't like the situation. So there's a difference in that. Yeah, because you do need to be grateful. But being grateful 100% of the time rarely changes anything. So you could be grateful for a moment and still feel like, hey, I deserve more and I really don't like this situation. I actually hate it. I actually despise it. So that's that. And then look at all the things you don't like about it, the things you hate about it. That will help you clarify exactly what you want. That's exactly how you know. That's the formula for knowing exactly what you want. That's the equation right there. You have to look at all the things that you don't like about your current situation and almost like get pissed off of it. Like just you've had enough of it. The things you hate about it, and that will help you clarify exactly what you want. So it's, we have one life to live. We've got to max out, feel better, get ahead, right? It's real life. It is real life. Real life serious, feel better, get ahead. Max out, have fun, one life to live.